weekend so far. It is Saturday the 19th of October 2013, and it's time to review episode 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. titled I Spy. Yeah, that is the name of the episode. And quite fitting as well. It was, the opener of this episode was very strange, even for me, to be honest. We had a group of men all dressed in the same suit, wearing freakishly red masks, and all carrying the same briefcase that were handcuffed to themselves, to their wrists, all while being at the same, all while this is happening. We've got this woman who is standing in the middle of, you know, the like little town that these men are walking through, and she's actively watching these guys walk past her. But then you see her close her eyes as well. We've got no idea what she's doing, what the hell, why she's even doing that, but we're focusing on her. And then these men board a train. She gets on the train as well. It's like a subway train in Sweden, I believe, yes. And so she gets on the same train as them, and again does the thing where she closes her eyes, and next thing you know, she turns out the lights on the train, and all the men in the red mask are all taken down, apart from one who had a slightly more unfortunate accident in that his wrist was actually ripped off. His yeah, that was a painful one. The hand actually got torn off. So and what was in the briefcase? Diamonds. So that was an interesting opener. So as the episode goes on, eventually we find out Coulson was really wanting to you know, take command of this mission. He wanted to go after this particular woman. B, it's because he's got a connection to this woman. And C, as I mentioned last week when I reviewed the Asset, I did say that in this episode Melinda May would meet her match, and she does. She does go up against this woman, and she really does hold her own against Melinda, to be honest. So what is the story with this woman who stole the diamonds? Well, it turns out that she was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and I've completely forgotten her name as well, which is not very good for me, to be honest. I'm just going to quickly get the name, but as I say, she had that's it, her name is Amador. She was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent trained by Coulson, and then went missing. Something happened to her, and they did something to her eye, basically. Now she's able to see things, you know, through, like, think of Superman's X-ray vision, basically. That's basically the power that's the technology that she's got. It acts as a camera, you know, as I say, X-ray sort of thermal imaging as well, and it just allows her to see things that other people can't, which is why she targeted the briefcase with the diamonds, and, you know, took out everybody else, but took the diamonds themselves in the beginning of the episode. Melinda herself is not happy that Coulson is going after this woman, and is not wanting to let the headquarters know about it. So there is that conflict between Coulson and Melinda, which is quite interesting, to the point of where, as I say, Melinda goes up against Amador, and then Coulson comes to her aid. It's very interesting. Whilst Amador, you know, she's actually working for someone else. We find out why she's working for someone else, but then we find out that the person that she's working for, we thought he was the bigger boss, but it turns out there's a bigger person at play here that we have no idea who is. And you eventually see later on in the episode exactly how it all unfolds. But the best part was when they were trying to track down the person who was behind all this. Ward and Sky teamed together, so that Ward, what they did was they gave him a pair of glasses, mimicked the feed in the camera in Amador's eye back to the person who was giving her orders. So it was very interesting doing that. As long as Ward didn't look at a mirror or look down at his hands or anything, so he wouldn't know that A, it's a man, and B, he's white, because Amador was black. So that would have given the game away straight away. So yeah, again, another pretty good episode. I do feel that the end, the end credits that they're doing they're starting to overdo it a bit. It was good the first time round because obviously with Samuel L. Jackson appearing, it was unexpected, but it was awesome. After that, it's starting to get to a point of where if they're going to do it on every episode, I would rather do things that are more of an element of surprise than for a comedy factor, because at the end of this episode, the little after credit scene kind of thing, it was all about Fitz going up against Ward in a game of poker, and Sky's in the background helping Fitz to cheat in some sense, but then she uses the glasses to spy on Ward. So that was funny, but I thought it was just not needed, to be perfectly honest. I just don't see the point of them adding that in there. There was just no need for it whatsoever. So, but as I say, again, a pretty good episode. Melinda definitely met her match as well. Coulson still feels responsible for what happened to Amador. So he wants to look after her, he wants to make sure she's okay, but at the same time she's got to face the consequences of her crimes of late. So yeah, who knows, we might see her again. We'll see. If she comes back and she's part of the team again, that will be quite good. So yeah, that's the end of that for me. But next week's episode, titled, what is it called actually? Oh my god, and I was just looking at it as well. Oh dear, what is next week's episode called? I hate when I do this. That's it, Girl in the Flower Dress. There we go. So that's next week's episode. So I shall see you all next week for that episode review. Thanks all for watching. Bye.